Kim Rittberg, who's the founder of Henry Street Media, a 6-time award-winning agency helping to elevate professionals and businesses through video and podcasting. She's served as an executive in creative video and marketing positions at Netflix, People, AT&T, and founded the first ever video unit for Us Weekly. So we're super excited to let Kim go.
Awesome. I'm going to do every 15 seconds for the first 13 slides. It's tight. I'll tell you, it's tight. All right, we're all in a selfie. This is what we're talking about. Yeah. Smile. All right, you're in a video now. Say AI. Say we love Q.
Q.
All right, we did it. Success. You don't even have to see my presentation.
Love it, that's it.
Yeah, that's me, the whole presentation. All right, hands in the air. If you are, not if you're Kim Rittberg, that's me. That's my name by my amazing graphic designer. We can start with the next slide. All right, raise your hand if you're hiding from the camera. Oh my God, we got a lot of showy people. Raise your hand if you've been on camera or video in the past month. All right, okay, amazing. Nice. Hiding from the camera is hiding from clients. Video is the most efficient and effective way to grow your brand, your thought leadership, your revenue, your leads, your income. I'm going to be talking to you today about how you could become a thought leader through video and podcasts. I'm going to be giving you my 4 S's, very actionable tips. I want you to raise your hand for each one of these that is a challenge that you're feeling. Raise your hand if you're feeling invisible online. All right, only a few people admitting to it. Let's be real. Raise your hand if you're spending time online but you're not seeing impact. Okay. Maybe it's not bringing in leads and clients. We could spend all the time we want on LinkedIn, but that's really what we want. Raise your hand if that's a challenge. Okay. And I want you to also raise your hand for if these are your goals. You want to get leads and clients from LinkedIn, from other social platforms. Great. You want to be a thought leader? Everybody wants to be that. That's why you're here. You want to get speaking engagements. Awesome. Great. So that's what we're talking about. So you're in the right room. You're in the right place. What an amazing view. Thank you, Q. I want you to say action if you're going to take some of this knowledge today and you're going to take action. All right. On the count of 3, I'm going to say action. 3, 2, 1. Action. All right. Because I don't want you taking notes and tomorrow you're like, oh, I learned so much, but I'm never going to do any of it. That's useless. No offense. But we're going to take action. I'm going to give you tangible steps today, but we're going to take action. If I heard your voice, I'm going to stalk you online until I see you. Just kidding. I'm sort of kidding. I'm not really kidding. Go to the next slide. All right, this is me. Why should you listen to anything I have to say? This is the photo, you know, those people who play football in high school and they show their quarterback photo for the rest of their life on their screensaver? That's me. At the Oscars, I will be showing that photo till I'm 85 years old. Until people are like, what's the Oscars? I only live in the future with robots. I launched the first ever video unit for Us Weekly magazine, leading to its $100 million sale. I was a TV producer for about 10 years, covering business, technology, general interest news. I was a media executive, and I prepared thousands of people to be on camera and on podcasts. But I, like other people, was accomplished but anonymous. And I realized, see, I love this crowd. This is a great crowd. He's shaking his head. He knows. Raise your hand if you feel accomplished but anonymous. Amazing. So that was what I was. Amazing resume. People in New York would hire me. But like when I started my own business, we go to the next slide. I told you I'm fast. That's me. I was working during my second child's birth. I loved my career. Like it was amazing. Launching the video unit for Us Weekly, helping it sell, having a team that I loved was awesome. But I knew I wanted to take control. Being accomplished and anonymous, not helpful if you're a business owner, right? So I realized that I was hiding from the camera and I was hiding from clients. It's very hard to get clients if you're accomplished and anonymous when you're a business owner. So this is me now. I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this because this will be you when you really start taking that action. Now I run my business. I help business owners grow their credibility, visibility, leads, and income through video and podcasts. I contribute to Fast Company magazine. I'm a national speaker. I'm a 6-time award winner. Okay, that's bragging. And I've been featured in Forbes magazine. Literally none of that would have happened if I didn't start showing up on camera and launch my podcast. None of it. And so that's why I'm so passionate about this and why I love teaching business owners how to leverage video and podcasts to become a thought leader. That's just more visuals of me bragging. And I learned this lesson firsthand because I stopped hiding from the camera and I stopped hiding from clients. I really doubled down on this strategy that I'm going to teach you. One amazing lesson that I learned was I did this video on LinkedIn with someone. Go to the next slide. And this is the 4 S's that you're going to learn. We can go to the next slide. All right. One video I did on LinkedIn got me 3 new clients. That video was free. It was one of those videos, it's like a Zoom interview with someone. I got 3 new clients. I tripled my speaking engagements since seriously showing up on camera, on my podcast, and really doubling down on social media. And I've quadrupled my inbound leads. One person, after that LinkedIn video that was free, literally free to make, got on the phone, inbound lead, called me and said, I heard you and I realized I need you in my life. I'm like, yes, that's exactly the inbound lead I want. And someone said, who is that girl? I need to work with her. Like, that's what she told me. And she called me a girl and not a woman. Don't call me ma'am. I got $25,000 in clients from that video, and I paid $0. And now I teach my clients how to do that. So this is Marissa. Marissa is an employee engagement consultant, and I taught her about how to message and how to show up, not just better on camera, but actually be really clear with her message about why she was special and unique, which she is. I only take on special and unique clients. She got a Fortune 500 speaking gig. She signed a new client, and she got 2 podcast invitations. And that's from really leveraging this 4S strategy that I'm about to teach you. That's the 4 S's. Wonderful. Okay, the first S is show up. So we talked about not hiding from the camera. And honestly, I love that so many hands were in the room that you all are not hiding. So I'm going to push you even further. When you're showing up on camera, I really mean like on video. And if you don't love video, it's okay. You need to show up with your perspective. Resharing a press release, no offense, doesn't count. Reposting someone else's thing with a short comment, You really have to show up with your own unique point of view. That's what's going to make people invest in you, believe in you, hire you for a speaking engagement, refer them to other people. The next S is simplicity. So this is a room of very smart people. I have CEOs coming to me, and they're like, oh, if I simplify it, I'm going to be dumbing it down. Simplifying content makes it smarter. It does not dumb it down. Like, I've worked with members of Congress, CEOs, authors. Everybody's message is important and smart, but until you simplify it, no one's going to even read it or watch it or communicate with you. So one video, one idea. And likewise, raise your hand if you have a podcast. Okay, awesome. So for people with podcasts, and I will also liken that to YouTube content, which is longer form, one idea. Your podcast is actually one idea broken down into smaller conversations. So then when you run that through AI or whatever clip machine you want, you run your longer segment into shorter pieces. Each video is one idea. So it doesn't even matter if you're starting with a long form piece of content. You're going to simplify that into shorter forms. Okay. So I want to just like have a huge groan if you hate the word authentic. Ugh. That was good. I heard some groans. I'm going to advance authentic and say this S is for shine. Yes, you want to be yourself, but you have to tap into yourself and say, what is really unique about me? Each person here has something. Maybe you're funny, maybe you're compassionate, maybe you're super wise, like maybe you're an extroverted introvert or an introverted extrovert or whatever. Every single person has that special something, but that has to shine in every single post, in every single video, in every single podcast. Back in the day, you could be a journalist and you just ask the question and you're like a conduit. That's gone. That period is gone. Podcast hosts, raise your hand again. I think you probably know this, but if you don't, when you're interviewing someone, you should be injecting your own special sauce because that's what people are listening for. They want to know what you're adding to the conversation because you're not just an objective journalist. You have a point of view and that's why you're there. And that's how you become a thought leader instead of just a person posting content. Selling. If you're selling, you're losing. Don't worry, this is like my second to last slide. He's trying to cut me off. It's not, oh my God, I'm going so fast. He's trying to cut me off. If you're selling, you're losing. We've all talked about this today, so I'm not going to really hit this too hard, but educating and entertaining. That's what your content needs to be. You will down the line sell. If people like your content, they feel you're teaching them, they feel you're entertaining them, you will down the line sell them. But the more you're selling, the more you're losing. Okay, next slide. All right, future you is going to be getting more leads, more clients, more income, more speaking invitations because you promised to take action. I'm going to hunt all of you down on LinkedIn tomorrow. You can do the next slide. Okay, raise your hand if you're going to commit today to the 4 S's. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, back in the back, I see you. I'm just going to stand here until you raise your hand. Show up. Keep it simple. Shine. No selling. Okay, next slide. Next slide. And if you want to connect with me for a free strategy session, I can help you figure out how to use those 4 S's. I promise you the 4 S's are different for everyone. Some people hate video. That's fine. Some people have a podcast. You should leverage it differently. There's different uses of those S's depending on who you are. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution. So that's a free strategy session. That QR code's there. And then the next one, I have a free download on how you can leverage your content, how to leverage your video and podcast or content in general to get speaking engagements and clients. So that's what this download is for. It's a very specific one of like what to do with it. How do you make people call you and hire you to speak? So that's a free download. You can go back to the last one too. Anyway, you can go back, 2 back. Cool, cool. And of course, connect with me on LinkedIn. That's what we're all here about. I want to say thank you for having me. And you guys are awesome. Thanks for being so fun.
Thanks, Kim. Okay, last speaker.